Hello, my dear students. I know, exams are just around the corner and the tension is building up. But don't you worry one bit because I'm here with you. Today, we're going to tackle the first chapter, real numbers. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll feel so confident, you'll be aiming for full marks. So chalo, let's get those marks pakka.
Arre, I know this feeling. Looking at a huge pile of books, thinking, where do I even start? But listen, getting scared won't help. What will help is preparation. So come on, take a nice deep breath with me. Let's make this chapter your strongest point, your secret weapon for getting a fantastic score. Are you ready? All right, let's get started. Time to unlock your very first superpower in maths. Now, it has a very big, fancy name, but trust me, the idea behind it is super simple. We are about to learn the secret code that's hidden inside every single number. Sounds exciting, right? Okay, so here it is, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Sounds so heavy, doesn't it? But really, it just means that any number that isn't a prime number, like 10 or 48 or 100, can be broken down into its own special recipe of prime numbers. It's like a number's own personal fingerprint. No two numbers have the same one. That's it. So cool, isn't it? So let's try this superpower out with a question straight from your textbook. We have to find the prime factors of 140. It's so easy, just watch. We just keep breaking it down. 140 is 2 times 70, okay? Then 70 is 2 times 35. And finally, 35 is 5 times 7. That's it, we can't go any further. So the unique code for 140 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. See? You've already got it. So you might be wondering, okay, sir, but what's the use of this superpower? Well, let me tell you, it is the key to solving questions that are almost guaranteed to come in your exam, finding the HCF and LCM. So let's make sure you are absolutely ready for them. Now, before we solve a problem, let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a magical shortcut, a secret formula that links HCF and LCM together? Well, there is. And it is an absolute game changer for saving precious time during your exam. And here it is, the magic formula. Just look at it. The HCF of two numbers multiplied by their LCM is always equal to the product of those two numbers. This is not just a formula, beta. It's a golden ticket. Please write it down, stick it on your wall, memorize it. It will save you so much time. Let's use it right now. So the question says the HCF of 306 and 657 is 9, and we have to find the LCM. Simple. We just use our magic formula. We multiply the two numbers together and then divide by the HCF, which is 9. A little bit of calculation, and there's our answer, 22338. See how quick that was? Imagine doing it the long way. Okay, are you ready for your next superpower? This one is about proofs. I know that word can sound a little scary, but we're not going to think like students here. No, we are going to become mathematical detectives. Our mission? To find the truth. And here's our first case. We have to prove that the square root of 2 is irrational. To do this, we'll use a very clever detective trick called proof by contradiction. It's simple, really. We'll start by assuming the opposite of what we want to prove, and then we'll show that our assumption leads to something completely impossible. Okay, detectives, let's follow the clues. Step 1. Our suspect. We'll assume root 2 is rational. That means we can write it as a fraction, upon b, where a and b have no common factors. Okay? Step 2. The first clue. A little bit of maths shows us that a squared is 2 times b squared. This means a squared has to be even, which means a itself must be even. Got it? Step 3. The plot twist. If a is even, we can write it as 2c. If we put that back in our equation, we find that b squared is also even, which means b must be even too. And step 4, the big catch. We just proved that both a and b are even. But wait, our first assumption was that they have no common factors. This is a contradiction. So what does all this mean? It means our very first assumption that root 2 is rational was wrong. It just led to a total collapse of logic, like a house of cards falling down. So, if that assumption was wrong, the only thing left that can be true is that the square root of 2 is irrational. Case closed. Well done, detectives. Fantastic work on that proof. Now, let's change gears a little and use what we've learned on something you will 100% see in your exams, word problems. I know they look tricky, but once you know the secret, they're really very easy. So here's a classic problem. Picture this. There's a circular path. Sonia takes 18 minutes to run one lap, and Robbie is a bit faster. He takes 12 minutes. Now, if they both start at the same point, at the same time, going in the same direction, when will they meet again at the starting point? Now, before we solve it, look at this. This slide is a golden rule, a cheat sheet for word problems. If the question asks for the greatest or maximum something, you use HCF. But if it asks for the minimum or the next time something will happen together, you use LCM. This is a very, very important trick. Remember it. So, let's look at our question again. It asks, when will they meet again? Aha! That again is our clue. It means we're looking for the next time. And what does our cheat sheet say? For next time, we need to find the lowest common multiple, the LCM of 12 and 18. And when we find the LCM of 12 and 18, the answer is 36. So Sonia and Ravi will meet again at the starting point after exactly 36 minutes. It's so simple once you know which tool to use, right? And that's it. Just like that, we've covered all the main ideas, the important proofs, and the tricky word problems from this chapter. You should feel very proud of yourself. You are now fully equipped to solve any real numbers question that comes your way. So let's do a super quick revision. Superpower number 1 was the fundamental theorem, which gives every number its unique prime recipe and helps us find HCF and LCM, and, of course, the magic formula. Superpower number 2 was our detective's proof, which we use to prove irrational numbers. You have these amazing tools in your pocket now. Before we finish, just remember this. Success in your board exams won't happen in one day. It's built from small efforts repeated every single day, just like the effort you put in today to understand this chapter. So keep this momentum going. You are doing great. I have absolutely no doubt that you are going to shine in your exams. You have the tools, and you definitely have the talent. Now, I want to hear from you. Which chapter should we make super easy next? Tell me in the comments, and we will conquer it together. All the very best, my champs.